like it. So as always, thank you guys for joining the channel. I'm Sam. Welcome. If you have a second, please hit subscribe below. If you do subscribe, leave a comment saying subscribe. I will respond to anyone that does that. I really get to meet you guys and helping you out with your team. So today we're going to do something a little different, a little fun. We're going to do trades in Dynasty to not make, the kind of moves that people are tending to maybe start to think about. And I'm going to tell you not to do them and why not to do them. So we're going to get into that right now. So the first one, someone we all freaking love, man, CJ Stroud. And the theme in today's show is going to be guys that are gaining a lot of value and losing a lot of value are guys that I am not wanting to move based on these drastic changes. I think we need to let them settle out. So the offer today is if you have CJ Stroud or you're trying to go get CJ Stroud, would you give up Jalen Hurts and 110 to get CJ Stroud? CJ Stroud up very high on Keep Trade Cut right now. And basically what I'm saying is I like the Jalen Hurts 110 side of this deal because I am not really trying to give up that much to go get CJ Stroud as much as I do like him as a player. I think we need to kind of chill out a little bit on spiking CJ Stroud way up into those ranks. And if you can get Jalen Hurts, another top guy who's just as valuable as CJ Stroud with a first on top, you are making money. So we're going to say we are not going to do this trade for CJ Stroud as much as I do like CJ Stroud and the upside of those weapons. So next trade, let's say that we have Tank Dell on our team. Are we going to take 2.5 and 2.7 for Tank Dell? And what I'm saying here is we need to not believe that Tank Dell just diminished his value based on this Diggs trade. Yes, it took a small hit in the short term, but this is Dynasty fantasy football, and we do not need to buy into this. So we are not going to take this trade and move away from Tank Dell. I do think moving forward in the future, I think Tank Dell's role is fairly secure. I do think this year is going to be a little interesting, and we don't really know what happens. But he's young. He's going to be paired to Stroud for a long time coming, and we are not going to sell low on someone like Tank Dell. The other wide receiver there in Houston, Nico Collins. Let's say we have Nico Collins on our team. Someone sends us Hollywood Brown and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift found a new home in free agency this year. Hollywood Brown kind of moving up the ranks with Rashee Rice in trouble, or we don't really know what's happening with his situation. But what I'm saying, man, is I am not taking this trade for Nico Collins. We are going to keep Nico Collins on our team just because I'm not buying the dip, whether it's small or big on Nico Collins here. I'm betting on the long term of him being one of these weapons for CJ Stroud for the years to come. And I'm not going to buy this value dip on these Texans wide receivers. And then the opposite of that is when it comes to CJ Stroud is as much as I like Stroud and I would love having him on my team, I'm not going to overpay to go get Stroud from a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar Jackson, a Jalen Hurts. I see these guys as fairly even assets. So if you're having to overpay with a first on top of that, that's not a trade I'm willing to do. And if you have Stroud, that may be something you could consider. But I'm not going to tell anyone to sell CJ Stroud. I would love to have him on my team. And the team that I do have him on, good luck getting him from me, man. I'm going to be rooting for that guy every year. So the last trade, kind of to do with this Diggs trade too, still is, would we trade a 25-second for Khalil Shakir to get him onto our team? Because, he just kind of moved up that depth chart. He's the young guy in the room behind Curtis Samuel, and people are projecting he's going to have a bigger role in that Bills offense. But what I'm saying is I'm not buying into that hype of the value gain for Khalil Shakir. I'm going to stand pat. Now, if I could sell Shakir for this, I'm taking it. And kind of you can go back through these offers and look at these in the opposite ways. If you want to try to use those deals to go get Tank Dell, to try to get Nico Collins, I think those are great deals that I would be trying to do to acquire these Texans wide receivers. Because when it comes down to it, what I'm saying today on the show is that giant value gains, value dips, we need to be able to level our head and not make rash decisions in Dynasty. Let it settle out, figure out what happens in your league, let the value settle in. We still have the NFL draft coming. Let's not do anything too drastic yet to our Dynasty team. And when it comes to young wide receivers paired with a young quarterback, let's not look in the short term at only this next season with Diggs affecting their target share. Let's look long term in the fact that we want these guys on our team 3 years from now. And we need to be comfortable in the fact that that's an okay move to do or to not make. Do not panic. Keep these guys on your team. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit subscribe and like the video. I love coming at you with these videos. Thank you guys so much. Peace.